Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come one, come all to Midweek Point and Click. We're on episode 4 of Disco Elysium. It's crazy. It doesn't seem like 4. For some reason, it felt like 3, but here we are. Steve, how you doing?
Hey, how's it going? How's it going, everyone?
I'm doing very well. I see that Culinary has done that disgusting emote in the chat. There's something about it that really, really creeps me out. Laser eyeballs or something, whatever it is. It's gross. Anyway. So, Disco Elysium is, it's ramping up to be quite interesting. I'll do the recap this week. So, basically, what happened last week is we decided to go into the yards, the dockyards, to see if we can find out who strung the dude up. And we came across the dock worker? What would you call him? Like the foreman? The dock mayor? The dude? He seems to have all the power anyway. We went and sat down and he revealed our name. Our name is Harry Dubois, the son of Blanche Dubois from the Golden Girls.
I think he wasn't leader of the... Well, was basically the union leader, I think.
Yes, that's what I was trying to say. Yep. And so he's given us a little mission. He wants, before that, should I say, we tried to go down to the docks and there was this huge, big, muscly dude. Like, he was like, as they say, a condom full of walnuts in size. He was just massive, right? And he wouldn't let us through and he was extremely racist. So we decided to clock him one and we were successful. We got him in the throat. He was all wheezing and, and then we did a finisher on him and did a massive spin kick, which sounds made up, but boy, did it pay off. It looked great. And now we actually have to go speak to that guy again to get a special card off him because the union leader wants us to go and open up a special door for him. Don't know what that is yet, but we're on our way to do that now. We also confronted a container and tried to open the door. The door didn't want to budge, so we tried to reason with it, and the door still didn't want to budge. So who knows what's in that container? We'll find out.
Else, and even though I think Kim might have judged us for it, but then the union leader said something that might have suggested you can persuade it to open.
Exactly. But with white decisions, you do get to give it another shot once you level up, I think. And we haven't leveled up yet, so we don't have another shot. Before we begin, I just want to make sure the levels are all okay. It's loud in my ears, but I'm not you, so... according to the actual meters, Steve and I are on par and being the same volume, but the music is pretty loud in my ears too. And the other thing we're doing is we missed the whole segment to the left-hand side near where the bookstore is, where we can go around where those feisty young teenagers are hanging out, and we spoke to a really rich lady in the yacht, and she said that she's willing to give us information if we can either provide our badge or do a little job for her. Probably don't trust her very much, so going to get our badge might be the first option. And then we ran around to some apartment buildings and we spoke to a guy that's pretty shifty who may have seen the lynching. So when we said, hey, can we speak further? He's like, no, I can't. But, if you look downstairs, you'll see a loose rock. And in that loose rock was a key, and we're now in the apartments, which I'll hit continue game just so we can see that. And that's where we left off. Psycho, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Good morning to you. As for health, we lost a health pip from sitting in an uncomfortable chair. And we lost the morale pip for, I have no idea why. We're always losing morale in this game. Mainly because we keep disappointing our partner.
Yeah. And messing up with things.
Like giving kids our guns and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, and pointing a gun on them but not shooting when they call our bluff.
We really should have shot him, hey? It's only a 3% chance, though.
One really good thing we've done is beat that guy down. The racist
that was so good.
Union guy.
Let me just try and get rid of my sparkles. There we go. Sparkles are gone for now. All right, cool. Well, let's get cracking. Let's go to the balcony. Of course, as per every episode, we want as much engagement from the chat as possible. So if you want to make a decision, if you want to like outrule everybody, then there's like a 100-point channel reward that you can do. But otherwise, I'll just pick someone at random when a decision comes up, and if you can make the decision, that would be awesome. 15 cents in the bin already. It's great. Breaker full of cigarette butts. So disgusting. Ooh, it's a blue item. I don't think I've seen that before. Oh, 75 cents. Hell yeah. So we also have to pay off our debt to the hotel owner, but I don't think we want to actually do that. Or at least I
But
don't.
if we open the door, I think that guy's going to pay our debt for us.
Yeah, with the big novelty check, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't it only $20 or something, though, on the check? I don't remember. Nothing here for you right now. Okay. It's kind of interesting the way it works with, like it doesn't determine what's in my inventory when I go up to things that are context sensitive. It's like I have to have it in my hands no matter what. For instance, if I don't have the bag in my hands, I can't pick up bottles at all. It won't even allow me to. Ooh woo to you too, Culinary. Happy Easter. Sing along to some buoyant dance track. Buoyant. All the games are coming out at the moment too. It's making it difficult to actually survive playing games and finding time to do it. I recently grabbed that Aliens new Aliens game. Can't remember the name. Dark Descent, and then also Final Fantasy 16 arrived today, which has been pretty great too.
I downloaded a spattering of demos. Haven't tried any yet.
Did you get the no clip stunt derby?
I don't know that one. Which is that? What's that one?
So
Is that one of the
Danny
games?
O'Dwyer's company NoClip is developing a game.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember Stunt on DOS? It was just called Stunt,
Yeah,
and
I
you
love
could.
that game.
Yeah, it's a modern take of that. So
Okay, that's actually...
and massively multiplayer. I think you can just get heaps of dudes in there, and yeah, it's pretty cool.
Stunt Derby.
Yeah, Stunt Derby. Yep. Culinary is currently wearing a "Fuck the World" T-shirt from this very game. I was going to say that sounds a lot like this game, and here we are. Oh, you got Lily and Nacho there. It's enough tongue in those dogs to last you a lifetime, huh? Eviction notices and missing pets are plastered on top of each other. Ooh. Hopefully there's some goodies. More money, maybe? Oh, look at these bad boys. Is it worth wearing, though? So currently we have Visual Calculus +1 and Negative Drama. We could change that to plus Logic, Authority. You know what? I reckon that's a better pick. Because Authority, no one's believing us or, listening to us anyway.
And also the drama we've been using a fair bit.
We've got the homeless man's hat, but that's I think rhetoric is something we've been using too, right?
And
I think that's why we didn't wear it.
just chat reminded me, it was actually recently I remember having a conversation where it was me, my dad, and someone else, and we explained to them what a two-dog night means. I think they'd heard it for the first time and they thought it was the weirdest.
I've never heard of that, so you want to enlighten me?
Two-dog night is like, the idea is it's so cold that you need two dogs for body warmth.
Okay. That's about this weather right now. It's absolutely freezing.
And the thing I like about it is this idea of like almost like a scale. Like, oh, this is. I'd almost suggest that there's a scale. Like, oh, this is just cold enough for just one dog is okay, and then a bit colder, it's like, geez, I need 2 dogs to get through the night, and then 3 if it's really cold.
Do you remember there was a brand of beer called Two Dogs?
Nah, I've
Yeah.
never drunk beer though.
It was an Australian brand. So Bolt and I are starting a Tomba 2 cover band. Did you, tell me this, Culinary, did you try the tablature that I wrote for you? And if not, why not? An old shoe rack, boots, sneakers, and old slippers. These shoes come in 3 different sizes. Interesting. Apartment 12. A loud rumbling snore comes from within. The snoring is scary somehow. You should leave. Oh, hello. More money. Excellent. The shower curtains are covered in some sort of slime. Fantastic. Oh, yeah. Rocksmith is really good. Vulgar training is a really good way to put, self-teaching, I guess. Someone has drawn a 5-pointed star on the wall. Okay.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says number 11.
Let's examine.
It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it.
Oh, guess what we have?
Better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise.
See, this is a perfect example of what I was talking about. We have the chain cutters, but because they're not equipped, it doesn't automatically do it. But we can fix that. Instead of this, there we go. Hopefully, it gives us a good.
This door has been closed with a padlock. The
And
chalk-drawn
then it's not
number on the
good.
board says
No.
number 11.
All right, we're gonna go for it.
What are you doing?
Shit.
You're trying to cut the body of the lock with the chain cutters, and it's really not working.
It's weird how some of the fails. I guess it's standard in Dungeons. I'm assuming it's standard in Dungeons and Dragons as well. But you fail a check like that, you've got to come up with some reason why it failed, and it ends up being like a dipshit thing of trying to cut through the body instead of the lock itself.
I believe it's the shackle you mean to cut, Detective.
Oh, damn! And it hurt her morale too. We're gonna have to pop one of these. There we go. Don't you think that's what I'm trying to do?
Perhaps you should give it another go.
Oh, we can. Kim pointed at the shackle, 58%. That's kind of
So
cool.
a bit of extra.
All right, let's. Fingers crossed. Come on.
The
Yes!
shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud. It should be possible to enter now.
Oh no.
After you, Detective.
What kind of music did they play in that band? Jaws versus Chucky, I would say it was surf rock. Part of me doesn't want to go in here just yet. Let's keep looking for a second.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10.
Knock.
The walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door. You can feel tension on the other side.
Ooh, let's knock again.
A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
Who is this? Demands the female. It's the police. Open up.
Do I have to open the door?
Hear the clacking of heels on the other side. Walks up to the door.
Do you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
Fair enough. What about this one? That's locked. Okay. Money! Mailbox is overflowing. We'll talk to that lady in a second. This apartment's huge. Foreclosed. Oh, okay. Oh, is this where the girl was before? I think it might be.
Your nation has come. The broken arches betray the once grand history of this building. It towered over the harbor until it happened.
Let's form a guess.
A great force from the northeast fired into the city. Heavy artillery shelled the coastline. Fired from the water. A straight shot into Revachol. The tenement acted as a defensive wall against the worst of the shelling until it was destroyed, and they had a direct firing line.
You know, funny thing about this game is Lisa came up to me earlier and said, oh, should I go to dance tonight? And I said, well, if you don't go to dance, you could come and jump into the stream and watch us. We're playing, you know, Disco Elysium, and I explained what it was about. And the words that came out of my mouth describing what we had done were like the ravings of a madman. Like, I swear. What was that thing?
She thought this was going to be another Twin Peaks thing.
Oh, probably.
The waves of the Martinez Inlet rolled over the fallen remains of the building. The dark waters obscured the better part of the remains.
She came in for the Rocksmith stream earlier and used the hard off command and absolutely loved it. She giggled like a schoolgirl from the other room.
Those
it's a hard off is a thing.
Support for something greater than what you see now.
So hard off is an actual thing, is it?
Oh yeah. If you look at the preview and do hard off in the chat, you'll see what it is. Exactly, Culinary. Tompa 2's like crazy as well.
It's something between a hard on and a soft off. Is it?
It has nothing to do with anything sexual, Steve.
Only 3 stories.
That's always what it sounds like.
9 to 12 once did. Restoration has failed. What the shelling took out was never rebuilt.
I'm going to put the trigger fire alerts higher, so then that way it doesn't, I'm not still on the screen. Yeah, look, there you go, Steve.
Underwater, iron helmets have sunk deep into the sand and the mud. Helmets of soldiers, and their finger bones too, and clavicles, littering the ocean floor.
Speaking of like underwater stuff, are there any updates on the submersible and the Titanic and all that? Psycho, I know you were following that. Who did this damage?
A fleet, the combined armies of Occident and Grad, with Mesk volunteers, a 5-nation army, hundreds of vessels. They massed airships further down in the Bay of Revachol. The artillery was so powerful. The ships not only required gyroscopic stabilization, they were anchored into the ocean floor as well. Many are still there to this day. If you squint, you can just barely see the shadow on the water, far in the northeast. Cannon still ready to placate Revachol.
Jeez, that's a shame. I did hear that the latest update was they heard sounds underwater from where they could be. Hey Kim, do you know who shelled the city?
The coalition. But that was a long time ago. I think we should move on. It's chilly up here.
Okay, Kim.
He fears the
Australian
discussion
coalition?
might lead to disagreements, as it often does.
Time to go. Cool. Another bottle. Yeah, this is the girl we talked to earlier, but she couldn't get to us. Or we couldn't get to her.
Ooh, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves. But here you are.
Alright, Culinary, you're up. Which answer do we want? 1, 2, or 3, or 4? We cops don't like closed doors or unreachable perches, or people having high ground on us.
Yeah, you got me now. The dynamic between us has completely changed.
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil.
Is that heavy fuel oil?
Red dyed heavy fuel oil, intended for exclusive use in government vehicles, to be precise.
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock.
Okay, so it wasn't our cop car. That's good.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be for a sec. I was going to ask, did I forget that we were out of fuel?
Alright, Saku, 1, 2, or 3. I don't think she's going to hand it over. But who knows? Three.
You ain't seen nothing yet, Piggy Boo.
Piggy Boo. Okay. $2.25? Hell yeah. Above tarps flap in the wind, forgotten hammers of nails and rust. The door is locked, you can't get in. The chair's new, someone must live here. Okay. Let's go back into that room. Oh, that gif is just so foul. Have you seen it, Steve?
I think I remember seeing it on this stream. The end of it looks like a zip popping in reverse.
Gross. The graffito says, firing squad for the rich. Alright, miss. What say ye?
Give me a moment.
Elderly woman is leaning on her broom, her knuckles white to the bone.
Die for bloody hell!
There she is. She seems to be having difficulty breathing. Are you home yet, Lise? I didn't hear the door. Or are you just in the car?
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
On the train, okay. This won't take long. I only have a few questions.
Go ahead then. What do you want to know, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
Okay, cool. Maybe we don't want to speak to her too much, else it'll pass the time, so maybe we'll just ask for 2. I'm looking for a young male in his mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build, a smoker on the balcony.
Yes, yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
That's the one.
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
What's he in trouble for?
Alright, Steve, you're up.
Number 1. So I don't want to antagonize her.
Sure. No trouble, I just want to talk to him. Do you know where he lives?
Talk?
What was so funny about that?
Yeah.
He lives upstairs in room 28.
Okay.
Go to the balcony. It's one of those
I
doors.
think you passed that
there.
one.
He's usually home in the evening.
Okay.
Is that the one where it says that's a memorable number or something like that?
28. I'm not sure if that was the one, but we'll keep it in mind now.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
Okay. Thanks, I'm off. Alright, before we do that though, let's go back to that door that we basically busted into. This one. Oh, I thought we were going to need the flashlight for a second. Books of critical theory on the monstrosities of capital and such. Photos of revolutionaries posing with guns. A flamboyant poster of a white star. Real lithography. Lithography? I don't know how to say that word. Ooh, we got a bullet. And a nice jacket. Revolutionaries love the post. Let's have a look at this jacket we've got. What's the current jacket? Oh no, it gives us 2 stats versus the 1. Let's not worry about that. Okay. And the bullet, I guess, will shoot things later on. That's...
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Kraz Mazov. Kraz Mazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a theoretical historian. He was a leading figure in the Grad side of the turn-of-the-century revolution, where he headed the 9-day government. Mazov is considered the father of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or Mazovianism.
Why does this tenant have a bust of Kraz Magov in his bedroom?
The White Star, the photos on the wall.
Surprising,
I
obviously.
think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How
Yeah.
fitting.
Cool with me, we got a bullet out of it. What are these stairs? We didn't try these ones. Alright. Oh, okay, so it's unlocked now. That's good. Oh, we didn't go in here. The sea below looks cold and wintry grey.
A shift in temperature. The air chills around you. Dust settles on the stony floor.
Right besides for warmth.
A former architect stands before a slice of window, a room plan in her hand. A cold wave has made the air in the building stand still and frozen, with temperatures falling down to -20 degrees Celsius.
Jesus, I couldn't even imagine that temperature. Have you been anywhere like that, Steve? Negative
No.
20?
I can't say I
concept-
have.
Yeah, that seems crazy.
It's, I think it's all the stories you hear of, like, just hearing someone tell of being in, like, northern Canada during winter, and it's like, and the precautions they have, just because, like, if your car breaks down halfway between things, you'll freeze. Like, it's not enough to just keep the doors closed and put a blanket on, but that can be lethal, and that freaked me out a little bit.
Jesus.
Not freaked me out, but just thinking of that sort of life.
All right. Lacey, you still there? If you're still there, give us a 1, 2, or a 3. Her face, the plan, look around yourself. Otherwise, Steve, you're up. No, she's not there. That's okay. Steve, which one?
Her face.
Her face?
Is red from the cold. She's breathing on her fingers, clasping the plan. Traces of sadness are visible in her expression.
Okay, so we're just going to do more.
Faint pencil lines on paper depict the same place, but a missing eastern wall connects the room with the neighboring apartment. Ideas for arranging the furniture have been jotted down.
Look around yourself.
It's clean and empty, with new tapestry embellishing the walls. A standard HB graphite pencil has fallen off a 3-legged stool.
That stands
to
for
the
hard
left
black.
of the room. She had an eye for beauty.
I always thought it was a brand name.
Let's have a look at our thoughts. All right, we're 91% some kind of superstar. That's going to be pretty good. Oh, that's right. We're -2 logic until for 6 more minutes. Someone has torn down the wall. Cool. Yes. That's what we want. An old grocery list on the table and checks. Interesting that it says and checks, because it's a European game, so you can like sometimes see European style writing, but checks is spelled incorrectly.
Yeah. Because I read it as checks as in you see the groceries and then you check something.
Hmm. Okay. Ooh, hello. $4.42. Excellent.
Fortune.
Yeah. Are they jean shorts? Electrochemistry. Reaction speed. I don't think we really have good reaction speed anyway. What pants do we have?
Can we wear jorts in the middle of this cold?
Hey, maybe that's just what we need. So it's reaction speed versus savoir faire. Whatever that is. I'm going to put them on just to see what they look like. Oh no, they're actual full jeans. They're dirty. Reaction speed versus... What is that? Sneaking. Reaction speed, what? I think the other pants are better.
I know the character to me looks like when someone went on like a piece of fiction to pick say a piece of media, he picks a bell bondsman.
Yeah. Yep.
Like I think there's like a slightly overweight version of him in as the bell bondsman in Vampire the Masquerade. But yeah, in general, some will be leading it, but yeah, in general that's what I keep thinking whenever I see him.
Okay. All right, here's the honest truth, guys. Any of you owned a pair of jorts before? Don't know why it told us to click in here. All good.
For me, absolutely not.
Is that because you don't wear shorts in general, or you just don't like the idea of jean shorts?
I guess I don't wear shorts in general. And then the only time I wear shorts was when I was a kid, and then you wouldn't wear shorts as a little kid.
Oh, I forgot to tell you something, Steve. Gonna reveal it on here. Do you remember the story about Matt with the he had that sort of stalker that was stalking his videos on YouTube about being underwater, and there was a person that found that sexy? Underwater man with eyes open?
I think you might have said it once in passing, because I guess I have vague memories, but I don't think I went into detail about it.
So that it was like underwater sexy man or something like that, or eyes open sexy man.
Think of it. I think it was told once.
Yeah, so when I went to John's house the other day, and Matt was there as well. Matt had showed us a video on his YouTube channel that has over 20,000 likes, and it's the sequel to that video.
Yeah.
Here's the thing though, we're in it. It was a video he took in Bali on my bucks.
This is where I did the Russian dance.
Yeah, that's part of it. Yeah, yep. And apparently the comments. This is what Matt said. He said that someone liked the big guy, and who's the big guy? The big Steve. So good. 20,000 views. That's okay. Anyway, back to it. 28 is what we're after.
You hear someone walking around inside.
All right, that's number 10. Maybe it's the other way. Hang on, there's only one. Oh, she said go to the balcony, didn't she? And then move up. I think this is the balcony door.
You hear someone
Nope.
walk.
So it doesn't have. So I'm assuming, in order for someone to say that, it doesn't have the clip where we're all jumping into the pool in supposedly synchronized.
No, not in that. That clip wasn't
Yeah.
part of it. No.
Because he wouldn't think that if he saw that.
Well, you didn't like that video for some reason. I'm not sure why. It was fine.
I think you guys are the ones that noticed it was off before I even saw it or said anything. So, as an explanation, we tried to do a video where everyone's standing by the side of the pool and you sort of jump in a delayed fashion. So I'd have this almost like a synchronized swimmers jumping into a pool. And I've got this thing where I can't dive in. Like, there's a part of my brain that always corrects myself and makes it so I do vertical. So you can sort of see me, and I'm right at the back. I guess I sort of knew this would probably happen, even though I gave my best. So I'm right at the back, so it all works perfectly until it hits the back, and you see me trying to jump to the side, but then flipping back upright and just landing in the pool normally. And it's sort of this kind of like pattern, and then it suddenly breaks at the end. I haven't heard that story, Tsaku.
I don't know how long I was talking on mute for. Probably a fair bit, right? What was the last thing you heard me say? I just noticed the button was on.
I think it's when I asked about he wouldn't have seen the guy wouldn't have seen the clip where I sort of look inelegant and uncoordinated because I jump in the pool wrong.
Nah, you're all good.
This door is made of metal.
This is the door.
It has to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security.
Yikes. Thank you.
Yeah, there's always people like that. It's probably tickle bits if you ask me.
Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
Let's see if anyone's home.
All right.
Knock on the door.
No one answers.
Looks like the young man we are looking for.
It's problem with how prevalent this is that I can't.
Is in the evening.
I was going to make the joke of like, you'd send one to me, right? But I couldn't even make that joke because it's like, no, this creepiness is too common for me to then do that as a joke.
Because you're a filth bag, not a creep, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should return tomorrow after we have finished with our day's work.
Oh.
About 9 p.m. Sound good?
Shit, okay. So we can't get in there. 21. It's not too far away. I don't think I can make it. Sounds good. Tomorrow at 2100.
Tomorrow, 9 p.m. right here. Apartment number 28.
Oh, that's tomorrow as well. That's not even now. That's way in the future.
Damn. Turns out it's quite tricky finding someone in a big apartment building. Don't worry. You'll get him. Remember, tomorrow. He's probably gone for today.
So I was wondering that because we've had
Probably.
like 4 sessions, right? And we're still on the first day. And I keep looking at the thing going, like, I guess it said 2 or 3 days? Like how long does this go?
I'm not sure how long it goes for.
Because people are suggesting that you can't talk too much, like, because of the time passing.
No one answers.
We should return tomorrow.
I'm going to knock again and see if the... Oh, I did. It clicked 1 minute. Okay. Even doing stuff like that, like knocking. Okay. We've got plenty of other stuff to do as well. We were going to talk to the dude that we punched out to get the card, because that card allows us to go into this building. We do have another bullet. We could try shooting him down again.
Because I don't think the bullets were the problem, because it was Kim's gun. The
I
problem
won't-
was, I guess it might be said, was it a white or a red gun? Okay.
I'm not too sure.
So if I end a point, maybe you'll give us the attempt to retry.
Well, apparently the racist man is going to help us. It's going to help us take the body down. We just got to find him. Although we do have some bottles, so we could technically go cash in for some more money. Let's do that quickly.
Like the story I had with the shoe thing is
The tin
the
sheet
Kevin
stands in the
Smith's
corner.
group,
Your
like
bottles clunk.
like
Do
his
you know
friends,
what
and
you
they
should do with
and like a bunch of his mates do their own podcasts. So Q from Impractical Jokers is one of his mates.
Brian Quinn? Yep.
Yeah, Brian Quinn. And there's a guy that he only shows up sometimes because he's more of a tech guy, so he supports them tech wise. And they talked on a podcast about because he's got a theme about feet, and it's sort of, I don't know how much of it's them joking, but he definitely does. But they talked about how, like, at first you would have thought he was like he's a hard worker and you don't know much about him, and they're at an event and this woman was there and he goes, oh, there's nice shoes, and she goes, oh, thanks, and he goes, those are, and he's naming the brand, and she goes, yeah, it's these da-da-da with 2 straps, and he's talking shop with her, and they said initially we were like very impressed because it's like, wow, he knows his stuff, like he can talk to someone about women's fashions, namely shoes, and he knows all this stuff, and so that's actually very impressive. And he goes, and then so over time when you see it come up too many times, you realize, oh no, he's just got a shoe thing, he's got a foot thing.
That's gross. I never understood it. But then, it must be a chemical thing, right? You don't choose to like that.
No.
That's right, we got the gun. Where's the bullet we picked up, though? I was hoping it would sit in here. Oh, you've got 1 bullet. Okay, cool. Alright, racist.
Do not presume this has drastically altered our race dynamic.
I think there's like, yeah, general preferences. The one thing with the foot thing, the one thing I would sort of wonder, I think this is sort of legitimate, but one thing that can affect it is it's something you can fetishize, that you can sort of get away with asking someone to show you it. Like you can't go to a woman and say, can I see your tits? But there's ways, if you can get yourself to get interested in your feet, there's sort of things you can do, but then that's what usually comes as creepy because they're sort of boundary pushing. But I wonder if that's part of it, is the ability to maybe
Steve once again lives
could
up
be
to
some
his name as
traction, but
the
it could be
filth
some,
bag pirate.
you're more able to get someone to show you something, and that's like a power thing.
Don't know.
Yeah, like it's still inappropriate.
I knocked you
I
out
wonder
like a
if
god of
that's-
martial arts.
I wonder if that's part of the
I said nothing.
the appeal, is that they
personal
can
dynamic.
sort of,
That
yes,
has
do stuff.
altered a little.
Oh, we don't want to... Ooh, we almost clicked that. No way. We're not... No. Absolutely not. Everett told me you'd help get the body down from a tree.
So it was. You bested me in race combat to reach my superior, then had him give me an order. I said,
That's reasonable.
"You're cunning, enemy. I will go and remove the body from the tree with my bare hands."
Wow.
You're so noble, Measurehead.
This
We lost her.
Breakthrough. There's a butt.
But
Oh,
while
God.
I am gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge. That someone needs to be you.
Alright, Saiku.
Both of you.
Which are we going to do? 1, 2, or 3? I wonder if this is trying to cover up the animation of him going and removing the body or not. number one. Lieutenant, what if we don't want to do that?
This is the uncomfortable result of not taking it on ourselves. I can live with a compromise.
Okay.
Listen to your little friend. He is wise in his childlike way. His mysterious race
Jesus.
prove fierce competition to my heroic haplogroup.
I hope we get a chance to beat him up again. Okay, we'll wait.
Babe, see that they stay here the whole time.
Oh, that's so suspicious. Why? Why do we have to stay here? Why can't one of us go with you?
Got an idea of how she can make sure we stay there.
Play checkers?
Yeah.
The woman's gaze follows Measurehead
Throw 20
as
questions.
he leaves.
So, you guys are like cops or something?
Culinary. Which one do we want to do? Actually, can we click this while we wait for a second? I just want to see what... I thought the breakthrough was complete. Or maybe it's after this conversation. Why are you with Measurehead? Yeah, we're the law around here, apparently so. Just kind of get things from going to shit. I'll just choose this one.
Look at him. His craniometric perfection.
Ugh.
Are you cops or what?
Yeah, we're the law around here.
Cool. I like men with guns and power.
Well, she doesn't know we got
Fuck you,
no
by
gun.
the way.
You hear that? That sound. He's breaking something.
Yeah, Jean-Luc must be really tearing it up over there. I wish I could see it.
I also wish to see it.
Look at you! RCM rent-a-cops! Guarding that bridge like Everott's lapdogs! Is this where it's
Oh,
at
shit.
now? The RCM is for
Yeah,
sale!
so I guess that's part of it.
And who are you? What is your business here? Why are your clothes 4 sizes too small for you?
Sick burn. I'll work whoever I want.
A shrill laughter interrupts you, echoing across Martinez. It's Kuno. Then
Oh, does he kill Kuno?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
turns to look behind
Too
him
much to hope
at
for.
the behemoth appearing around the corner, approaching him, walking past him.
Why is he walking weird? Or is that how he just walks?
It might be how he walks.
The corpse has been removed from the tree.
Yes.
Stand down and congratulate yourself. You have sided with Ray's victory today.
There's no side choosing.
And what you had to do was to become a Union man for all to see.
Know anything about this mug?
He does not so much as glance at the object.
This your kind of thing?
Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it. He had nothing to do with it. Does he strike you as the kind of man who puts mugs into trash?
Speaking about people that put mugs in trash, my wife is one of them. When we were in Germany, we went to this place called the Back Factory, which is a delicious bakery where you could just get a tray of food and, you know, stock up on croissants and danishes and all sorts of glorious shit. And when we finished, we had a mug of coffee as we were eating our delicious pastries. And she goes and just puts the tray, like slides the tray into the bin without even thinking and just throws away the mug. That's her secret shame. I'm not subscribing to that. We're leaving.
Some kind of superstar.
Well, that's a cool picture.
They say the world isn't ready for a rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship. They claim to know it would be dangerous for detectives to rise to the ranks of demigods and have sexual encounters with barely legal cover girls. It would be insane, they say. To all this, you say, fuck off and die, in a cool voice. You people have no idea how good these cops are gonna get. They're gonna crack 20 cases a day. In the future, cops will be like astrophysicists, or prime ministers, or prophets. And you're the first one.
I love the idea that we're a superstar cop. That's so cool. Okay, -1 for delusion, but learning cap for all those has been raised to 6. That's not bad. Sweet. All right, let's go check out that. Oh, hang on, we need that card though. Pretty sure it's the card off this guy.
Your race descent has temporarily halted.
Maybe not. Oh, no wonder it was weird. Oh, that's right. Remember how we got the bonus that we could zoom out?
Oh, yeah. It's like
The
debit
Dental
premonition.
mailbox greets you with its graffito and bullet holes in the front.
Fuck you, mail delivery box. Oh,
It's... You know not to kick
There is
things
a
with this
hollow
guy.
ring as you kick the box. It sounds like it's mostly empty. Your toe hurts now. Your toe has suffered damage. It hurts.
damn it.
Cool. You really showed that mail collection box.
He does not actually think it's cool. If anything, the lieutenant feels sorry for the poor box. He's leaning in to inspect the layers of graffito that deface it.
You think so? You think it was cool?
I don't.
Ah.
Let's go.
Why is Kuno on the ground like this?
So he tried to kill Kuno's girl. What's up with that?
Oh, yeah.
Wanna talk about it?
But I didn't try to shoot her. I just aimed at her.
What? Bitch, you fucking making excuses for yourself now?
I think we've all moved past that by now, Kuno.
Not all of us. Acts like that stick with you for a while.
Oh, come on. That's why he doesn't trust us.
No one's moving anywhere. Do this shit again, and Kuno's gonna climb in your room at night with a knife. Kuno knows where you sleep. The pig who fucked his window up. I'm gonna climb in through that balcony, put the fucking knife in you. Yeah, I've been in your room.
Ooh.
But you and Kuno are good for now, pals. Shoot that shit at Kuno. Let's have a jolly time.
Okay, let's.
And you're back in business with the Kuno. Now what is it?
Discuss the body.
The fuck about it?
There are contusions all over the body. Did you do that?
Fuck are you talking about? What is this contusion shit?
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
Oh, not her. A contusion is a bruise. I'm talking about the marks you left on your body. On the body.
Looks like a Full Rough Flats character.
Yeah, true.
Oh, did Kuno make your shit sniffing harder? Obstruction of shit sniffing. This is Kuno's kingdom. Kuno fucking rules here.
You hear the lieutenant hum.
You're testing Kuno's
Get lost.
Ooh. Kuno dominated me. I don't remember that.
He's dominated us every step of the way.
Oh, because he dodged our punch especially, huh? Legendary,
Yeah.
8%. Should we try it? We can redo it again. It's 8%. We've won at 3% over 4.
Do you ever have penalties? Like, even if we can redo them, don't we have penalties sometimes for stuffing these up?
Oh, yeah,
I
true.
guess I shouldn't for this one.
Oh, what do you want to do? I'll leave it up to you, Steve.
I think we'll try it. The less we talk to these kids, the better, but might as well
Okay.
try this.
He's on your crime scene,
Oh, we're close though.
and he's been here for some
Double
time.
fives. We just needed a
This is
6.
where he hangs out. You have to get more out of him. He could be useful.
Hey, Kuno, do you think you can turn the Kuno down a moment? Let's talk like normal people.
Trying to fuck at the Kuno. Trying to fuck at me. Trying to fuck. Kuno only gets higher. It's faster, faster, faster. Can't take the Kuno. Stay out of the reactor.
It would be funny if he did speak like a normal person for a moment and was all sort of like posh and proper.
Kuno gonna fuck you up! Up, up, up!
Normal is not what we got here. You've got to work with what you have for now.
Okay.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
He's the worst. Alright, here's the body.
The corpse lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely demolished pinewood branch. It's gently laid on one side.
Beautiful.
Mr. Measurehead has done a good job.
Ooh.
Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field autopsy.
Field autopsy, here we
Oh.
go. Cool.
Yes. 1. Investigation of the scene. 2. Initial examination of the victim. 3. Field autopsy. 4. Transportation of the body to the morgue. We are on number 3.
Okay.
The RCM's 4-phase murder scene processing manual.
The fuck are they on about?
Cop's gonna cut his shit up!
Got it.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Tell me something, dead man.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
Oh, we've already used them. Same. Enough.
Come back later, Corporal. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Lovely. Try to remove the boots.
I thought we decided to leave it to processing. Let's not turn this into some kind of circus.
Okay, so you can sneak out of your room maybe, after he's gone to sleep.
Oh, okay. What exactly is a field autopsy?
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Mundi, is the world's highest summit, and the failure of the 38 single, Et puis descend, to crack the top 20 was the death knell of disco. But what a field autopsy is, you have no idea.
In front of the kids, yeah. I think it's because we've been dominated by the kids, right? That we can't do anything about them. Do you ever put another pair of gloves?
Unfortunately, no.
I have gardening gloves. Maybe they're enough.
They are better than nothing. Tell you what, I perform the anatomical side of things while you will take notes.
Oh, hell yeah. This is good. Where should I take these notes? In my paperwork? Pull out your ledger.
Yes, you see,
Can I
the
call
field
name?
autopsy form is the one on red copier paper.
Night, Cole. Good to see you. Open your ledger.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with,
Begin. Assistant.
That's you.
And the first question, I already don't know the answer. Yeah, we do. Harry Dubois.
Not an energetic start to an autopsy, I agree.
pig's messed up. Kuno feels pity.
Just leave it empty, officer.
The corpse lies there, indifferent to your retrograde amnesia. The next box says,
Coroner's case number.
KK57-0803.0815.
Write it down.
Next,
Name.
NA.
Date of birth.
NA.
Age.
Roughly 50.
Okay.
dry 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side.
I'm going to write 42.
He nods.
Race.
Mondial.
What is Mondial?
I think it's
Fair
part
to
of it
olive
within this
skin
fiction.
from the Isola of Mwindi. This is as vague as it gets. You might as well say whitish.
Write it down.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Excuse me. Sex? Yes, please.
Plenty of it.
Fucky, fucky!
Oh, these kids.
Jesus.
Male.
Pigs can have sex.
Right, male. Alright, right, fucky.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
Date of death?
We're still going with March 4th, 51.
Oh, yeah, see? The 4th of March, 51.
What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
Okay.
KK 57 0503 0815 listens, motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
Evidence of treatment.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
What is treatment?
Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
Post-mortem? Okay. I agree because of the lividity of the lynching.
Then again, the right lividity is easy to produce if you know what you're doing.
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then, somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Row, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbach puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, light drizzle. There is darkness in the shed. Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette ball-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else.
Steve, do you feel that the writers of this game, it's more like novel writing than a standard game, right? Like, you'd have to be an actual professional, not to say game writers aren't professional writers, but like a novelist to be able to get this sort of detail, correct? Or
It's a mixture, like, and the writing in general, I'm sort of yin and yang about, where there's just pros and cons. But yeah, it's weird because it's a bit more than most, but then it's not as structured. Like, it's not a like regular novel writing. It's not structured enough. Like to me, this digression. There's a certain type of book, I guess. You could still have this in a kind of writing the book, but it's just not common. It's a little bit self-indulgent, and yeah, a little bit all over the place to be an actual novel. But some people do write novels like that.
7 stories, wind-wrapped in solitude. Most of the apartments are unoccupied. This was a suicide. The other, an accident. The small one. And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42 deceased persons found today, 42 stations of breath.
We should start the post-mortem.
Okay, turn the page.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
External examination.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
Turns the body to check the underwear label.
See, it's happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The one funny thing you said.
Is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
And that's the girl one, right? That's not... Yeah.
The boots are ceramic. Vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
It would be clever of you to omit the boots altogether, sire. If you are to keep them for yourself, as you ought to, you have deserved them more than anyone else.
So here's the thing we've got to decide right now. If we want to go keep the boots, we're going to have to go out at night time to steal the boots, sure. But then if we wear the boots, won't he immediately know that we're wearing the body's boots?
Yeah. Plus, I know from an RPG thing, it's just a matter of if we could, it's just be assigning it. Probably some good stats, but role-playing wise, would we be able to clean it out enough to be comfortable with wearing these boots after someone's been dead in them for like a week?
I feel that our character is a bit of a dirtbag. But you know what? I think Saiku should make this choice. Are we going to steal the boots in the end, or are we going to not? Because if we're going to steal the boots, I'm going to admit the boots from the record.
You've got the most foot thing experience amongst all of us.
What do you mean? Oh, Saiku, yeah. Steal them? Alright, we're going to steal the boots. We're admitting the boots.
The boot has a serial number. It's E50.100.100.
However, we can if we're
The
writing
lines
this down.
between the plates are in the shape
No,
of
he's...
an alphanumerical.
Oh.
The number is purposefully concealed by the design.
Because the option is to write it down.
But...
Tattoos.
I thought I skipped it. I guess not. We're still going to steal the boots.
The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo resembling a microelectronical circuit board. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white.
We chose to admit the boots, and it still wanted us to write down the serial number. No, I don't know. Weird.
The assistant has a color photograph of the markings.
That's right.
To be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene using a Trigat Mini.
I guess also the photo would have him wearing the boots too.
The deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end. Well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age 42. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature below freezing. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
We don't need to touch his hair. Why would we need to touch his hair?
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity. You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max.
That's it. See, that's my favorite line of his, rather than that sicko one that you liked.
Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest, consistent with predation.
We're not going to amend the high velocity.
Ligature mark.
The lieutenant produces a small folding knife. With the other hand pulling on the belt, he starts cutting into the polyester. The stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious that the material cannot be cut.
The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Oh, yeah.
This could go badly, though.
We know how to use them this time. Oh yeah, I'm prepared.
The hanged man lets out a joyous little bubble of rot from his nose.
Oh, good thing we've got chain cutters.
Always good to think ahead. Now,
He points to the rope.
we need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
Don't think we're very precise from memory.
See,
not
my
really.
pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Oh. All right, everyone, cross your fingers.
58.
You
Oh!
jam the cutters right under the knot. That seems like a smart idea. Yeah, somewhere there. Already they're buried deep in the man's flesh. Then you rotate them to get a better hold. Then
Steve, 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah, so when it says jam the cutters right here, does that mean both pincers, like both sides, are both below the knot?
Jam the cutters right under. Yeah, I assume so. I think rotating will lop his head off from what it's saying, but
Yeah, also the fact we're lost, so let's do fuckity fuck.
okay.
the lieutenant looks by, somewhat worried as you summon power words to
Oh.
your aid.
Okay, we don't want to rotate more, right? We'll just lop his head off.
Just cut some, yeah.
Yeah, fuck him. Fuck that faggoty.
Oh,
It's fucking time.
he's the worst.
Told you my pig was hardcore.
I should have a go first. I think I have.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
He sinks the cutters into the knot, preparing to perform the cuts, with his elbow to his knee for precision. Yes, that's much better form than you had.
Yes, excellent.
Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
Here.
Whew, that was intense.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck, on the nape.
I'm trying to think how that would work. So the gap in the ligature mark would be at the back of the neck, right? Because all your weight is sort of pushing down, so the knot would be off your neck. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like I'm surprised that the suspension point. Hi, Stranded.
Stranded, how you doing? Yes, failed that throw miserably. I'm thinking that's what it means though. Like, because if you...
Yeah, because it's saying that's where the gap is, so that would be where there's no pressure.
It's kind of detailed. I like that.
As it
But the way it's worded, it suggests
this
it's
is where its
suspended
grip
by the back of his neck.
is gentlest, pulling up.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters.
Oh, wow.
Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia.
Oh, jeez. Luckily, they're not mentioning that bullet hole in the chest that that magically happened. Excellent. I enjoy your art streams a lot, Stranded. They're really good. Always teaches me something new. I'm horrible at art.
No, let's get out and see.
Oh, this guy.
I fucking knew it.
No.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
Stranded, are we going to inspect the genitals or are we going to write it down and move on? Artie, Fine's in the house too. How you doing, bud? Your decision is coming up soon. One strand to choose whether we're going to inspect the genitals. Okay, let's do it.
The dead man's penis is average sized, congested from the downward collection of blood. The testicles are uneven in length, hanging underneath. The genitalia is greenish. Marbling is present around the crotch.
Tongs, how you doing? Good to see you awake. All right, so there's your description of genitals, Stranded. So, save that.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip.
Combat injuries?
Bullets have bitten little pieces out of him. It must have been excruciating, especially the hip. Before you is a temple of pain that knew little tenderness in life.
In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
Wow.
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades, dispersal and accumulation indicates long and active combat duty.
Last item, hands.
Takes a man's right hand and inspects it, then moves on to the other. I think we can pick up a hand and help him out.
His
We
flesh
don't
is
have clothes though.
icy.
We'll wash our hands afterwards, it's fine. Oh, we are wearing gloves. What was it? Oh, we can't check, but we got...
Gardening gloves or something like that.
Yeah. Just in time for these.
Pleased to meet you. Where are you from and what's your name?
My name is Harry Dubois.
I'm only fucking with you.
Oh.
I know where you're from. From Cappadocia. And your name is Il Corbo. What can I do you for, Il Corbo de Cappadocia?
Pleasure is all mine. Tell me, are you a temple of pain and a stranger to tenderness?
You get me, Corbo. I feel like you were once for tenderness and kisses yourself, but then shit went south and now you're ahead of even me on the pain front.
It's pretty good analogy.
We should do this more often. Be close like this, I mean.
Hands are clean. No sign of injury from struggling.
The dead man's fingers slid from your hand, cold and sausage-like. Okay, write it down.
Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
Uh-oh, we're in for the internal. Hold on to your butts, ladies and gentlemen.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Speaking of hot dog fingers, that movie, Everything Everywhere All at Once, so good, so good. If you haven't seen it, make sure you do.
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
Nope. NA.
Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
Hyoid bone. Steve, can you Google hyoid bone and tell us which one that is?
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins
That's
to
the one in the
massage
throat.
it gently.
Around where the cartilage is.
Erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
Man, I want to see the playthrough where someone does take out Kuno-S.
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable. Respiratory system.
Back hunch as if in prayer. Pry open the dead man's jaws. He stops to exert some force. Both hands are used.
Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
Look inside the dead man's mouth.
No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again. Straight in that mouth.
It was a time for a bloody hard off. Maybe that, you know what? Tongs, you were always wondering when's the perfect time for a hard off. Maybe when we come to a decision that's hard, like a really low %. Maybe that'll give us the zhuzh we need to pass.
No, you don't. You can keep it in. You can keep anything in.
Hell yeah, pain threshold is... Look deeper inside.
You manage to suppress the contractions trying to enter your stomach. All it takes is concentration. Through it, you see nothing but darkness. More meat and darkness.
There are ancient mysteries down there, Kobo. Ask me later.
Wow.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus.
Let's go with the jaws, the mouth snaps shut.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
NA. Why don't we have anything?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
Right, NA.
Same for toxicology and serology. NA.
I wonder how we would know for toxicology. Maybe like poisons and things like that, but what if it was like alcohol?
Yeah. You can't say anything about toxicology unless you've been doing tests.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging. Gastrointestinal.
Oh, it's around full of feces.
This will do.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
Ooh. Admit.
What's next on the list?
Okay, descriptions of injuries.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 feels. Leave a 4th one too.
Okay. What about the injuries we have inflicted?
Oh, so we inflicted them?
This is a team effort.
You mean the spin-stabilized munition from a Kill A990 muzzleloader lodged in his lung?
Maybe.
Or the incision on the thorax from a chin cutter?
Oh.
Neither was a team effort, and I wouldn't mention them. Muddies the water.
Keep it minimal.
Injuries.
Bite marks?
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted. And your opinion, officer?
Non-fatal post-mortem.
Agreed. Next injury?
Contusions?
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity,
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Write it down.
I wish I could
Coagulated
admit
blood
that.
sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Non-fatal post-mortem.
Right. Next.
What's the 4th field for?
Nothing. Just in case.
Okay. Ligature mark.
Dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
That's interesting. But then maybe his neck snapped at the drop, so that's why he didn't claw. He wasn't sort of, yeah.
Below
If the one was 1/2 out, made a drop.
customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible.
Fatal injury.
That's it.
Mm.
We have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned. But it's a start. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
He produces a small plastic roll from his jacket, a body bag. He's carrying around a body bag, wow. Let's wrap this up. First, how did it go?
Well, we established probable cause of death. Some would say that's the goal of an autopsy.
What else?
We were thorough with the list of injuries, too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
Oh yeah, well done, Master Detective. Maybe a drink is in order?
Artie, fine. Are we going to ask him for a drink later? Or are we going to conclude? He already is disappointed in us for trying to lick up that, Okay, a drink it is.
Now, you see, that worries me. You will die if you drink. You know that, don't you? You are proving a useful detective. The organization would miss you.
Oh.
Please get yourself together. The lieutenant from Precinct 57 thinks.
The sticky rum, exactly. That was one of the things I told Lisa when I was describing what this game was about. It was good. A good conversation. What now?
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg.
Rip out your copy of the autopsy pages.
For processing.
I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always something.
Ooh. It's 3%, but, I mean, we might as well because there's no chance to redo it, right? Because the body's going to be taken away.
So
hang on.
Does it tell you the negatives if we fail it, I guess?
No.
Oh, no, that's the affects the score. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But it makes me think, if he's going to put him in the body bag, what about the boots? I thought we were going to come back at night time. Oh, it is a white check. Yeah, it is.
Time for a bloody hard off!
It is exactly time for a bloody hard off. All right, let's do it. Oh!
Run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough.
Okay, we're going to have to pop one of these because we'll die of morale. All right. Tongs, are we checking his pants or under his fingernails? I want those boots. Imagine walking around in those boots. They'll look so good. Pants? Okay.
The genitals in his breeches continue to be unnoteworthy. You see the penis of a dead man. If you've seen it once, you've already got the picture.
There you go, Tongs.
Can't get enough of that dick.
Jesus.
Do you think we missed something?
You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed in the flesh before you.
Yes, there's something we're not seeing.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast.
Okay. Where do we find a fridge?
Hey, wasn't there a giant ice bear sarcophagus below that building?
Sure was.
Why, yes, there was. It was massive. Red eyes glowing in the dark.
So that's what the ice bear-shaped refrigerator's for.
No, that's an overstatement. It's not actually for storing cadavers, or at least I hope so. I think we should take a look at it first.
Yeah.
Make sure it's big enough before we carry him over. Let's move. With every hour, whatever we are looking for in the deceased will become harder to find.
Cool. All right, that was good. We've got 2 skill points we haven't used yet, so let's have a look at that. Leveled up twice. Okay, what is one that we are constantly facing that we need to level up? I mean, Inland Empire keeps appearing, but only in conversation, really. I don't think any decisions are based on that.
What's the two that are the 14 ones that showed up?
Is there a way to find out?
With investigating. I thought we had some points in perception, like one of the perception ones. So generally, our guys generally pretty good at that.
I feel, knowing that we're going to be investigating the body, what if we put points into things that are more crime scene based?
Yeah.
Let's see. Is perception something oh, down here? Let's have a look. What does it say? No details. Okay, that makes sense. So there's that. Perception and... That's already at 5. So maybe you're right. Maybe we should add some points in perception. I'm going to do it at least once. And... You know what? Part of me feels that we should do it twice. Because we're specifically going to be looking in the body. Let's do it. And then we can also look at our clothing and see if we've got anything that will help our perception. Interfacing? Oh, I don't know about that. Suggestion? No. Reaction speed. Conceptualization might be pretty good for... Oh no. What's this one? Understanding creativity. Okay, no, not that at all. Visual calculus. What is that? Eye of a reckoner. Doesn't sit... Okay, hang on. Oh, that's what we want. It's reconstruction of crime scenes. So let's add that at least. That gives us a little bit extra zhuzh in the right direction.
Yep.
Drama we don't need right now. Yeah, look at that. Look how cool we are. I mean, if a cop came at you looking like that, you'd be like, that is one cool cop. We also have to find a song to sing in the thing as well, the karaoke.
I feel like this is an impersonator.
Did we looked in here, right?
I'll just take a small break. So I don't usually have a coffee on these streams, but I'm starting to fade a little bit, so I might just quickly make one, if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. The container sounds a muffled gong.
Love coffee. You guys coffee drinkers? I have pretty much every contraption you can think of when it comes to making coffee. We've got a coffee machine, we've got a mocha pot, we've got a Chemex, we've got an AeroPress, we've got a French press. So good. All the little attachments as well. So we've got you got your portafilter, right? Which is the stick with the basket. And you put the coffee grounds in the basket. That makes sense. Then we've got a little collar that sits on the top. So then when the collar's on, it's a magnetic collar that sits over the thing. Then we've got something that looks like, you know when you shave with a cutthroat razor and you've got the brush, the hair brush that you lather all over your face? It's kind of like that, but instead of hair, it's like metal prongs on springs. So when you stick it in the coffee, you can mix it around and it sort of not disintegrates, but it sifts the coffee out so it's more evenly spread. Then we've got this heavy thing with a sort of spiral thing that you sit on top and you spin it. It pushes the coffee down and also distributes it evenly. And then you've got the tamp that you push the tamp in. It's got a spring-loaded tamp. You push that in, it goes down. And then on top of that, you've got a puck filter that sits on top of the coffee there. It's kind of like a mesh screen. So you sit that in there, and then when you make your coffee, it should come out beautiful, like in the machine. But then with the Chemex is super cool. If you've never seen one of them before, it's kind of like a science lab thing, like beakers and all that. Basically, we've got a filter that's made out of cloth. So like a muslin kind of cloth. And it's in like a cone shape, and you put that in the top. You put your coffee in, pour it over, and it drips all the coffee through. And it's so smooth. It can be strong and smooth. It's so great. You don't drink caffeine on the reg. Love it. Chai tea latte is guilty pleasure. Absolutely, that's a good one too. It's interesting with cold brew. I never really have iced coffee ever. Even in the summer, I'll always order a hot coffee. There's just something about the comfort of drinking a warm drink. It's not even really about the caffeine in the morning. For me, I want a coffee in the morning because it is that warm drink. I could probably just have boiled water. I wouldn't want to. I mean, you want flavor, but it's the same sort of thing. Just sitting down and having that warm drink it's what makes it. Normally we're super lazy when it comes to the coffee these days though. Like if we can't be bothered firing up the machine, I've just got those little sachet sticks. It's like instant coffee in a stick with a little bit of milk powder. They're pretty good too. You know, one of the things I don't have, Saiku, that thinking of two pots is like a percolator. We don't really have percolators like you'd see in a diner. You know, like the big jug that you sort of put in and it just keeps it hot. Don't really have those here. We should probably fix that though. Okay, I think I got to equip the torch so I can actually see. Gotta turn the breaker back on. Does your dad drink the Turkish coffee? That is intense. I had a Turkish coffee at a wedding one time, and it was like the reverse order. Like normally you have like a little bit of coffee with the rest water. It was heaps of coffee, but with a little bit of water. So it was just this real thick, like stick to your bones kind of coffee.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Both cables are unplugged from the breaker box. Somewhere in the dark, a giant electrical mammal stirs to life.
Alright, so we've turned this back on.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red, watching over all the ice cream wrappers hidden inside its belly.
Turkish coffee is kind of similar to Lebanese coffee in the way it's done. I just remember going to near my friend Matt's place. We went to this Lebanese bakery and they had coffee there, and I saw that Lebanese coffee, not knowing what it was exactly, was only like an extra $1 or $2 than normal coffee pot. And when I ordered it, it blew my head off. It was so thick. So what do you think of this fridge, Kim? Good enough for 2 corpses?
It's certainly an eccentric choice, but it is capacious and cold enough, too.
But the optics on this are awful, he thinks. We need to be as silent as we can.
Okay.
Your visual confirms you could fit 2 more bodies in the ice bear fridge.
2 more bodies, Kuno and Kuno S.
Shall we go and get the body then? I'll take the head, you take the feet. The stairs won't be easy, but we'll manage.
The 2 of you. Easily.
Let's do it.
The body is heavier than you expected and stinkier. It takes half an hour to get it down to the basement. Then 10 more minutes to stuff it into the fridge. The lieutenant takes a step back to admire your handiwork.
Is that how you spell handiwork? I think I've been spelling it wrong this entire time.
I'm not sure, but I think both would probably be acceptable.
Okay.
Beautiful. A dead body in a nice bare fridge. This is some of the best police work I've ever done.
Excellent.
definitely earned a drink after this. Perhaps even some pagan rites.
A big stain that we could lick off the table. Yes, we need to celebrate, perform pagan rites. Let's bring out the meat and set it on fire. No. I'm not sure I believe you.
Of course you don't. Look at that. What have we done? We stuffed a dead body in a nice bare fridge. This does not leave this room.
And whatever happens in Revachol stays in Revachol.
Not this one. Okay, 3's feeling good. No, I think number 2.
Did we though? Okay, maybe we did. At least we've
I don't
stopped
think
the
we
body
did.
from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection under controlled circumstances.
Okay, well, at least our perception's a little bit higher.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting.
Oh, it's 17. It's still low. Okay.
And we get a morale penalty usually if we lose it, don't we?
Oh, we've got heaps of
Otherwise it
morale
goes on.
juice.
Okay.
Ooh. For some reason the stream is lagging. Hang on 1 second. Okay. Seems good now. Can you choose to come back later? We can close the door and leave, I guess. Let's see what happens. We need to find probable cause, and then maybe when we come back we'll know, right? That's probably the best. That'll give us... Let's try it again 1 second.
Eyes are still glowing red. It's guarding over the freezing corpse hidden inside its belly.
Perception's 4. Like, I would have thought that is good. Well, we can try it, right? Then fail it and then leave. So let's do it. Fingers crossed.
Yes, I think it's because it's a high score.
You touch the dead man's body. His skin is cold, light blue and silvery in the light of the fridge. You still have no idea where to begin, or what to even do.
So positive this fridge is not used.
Yeah.
It's like what if someone later goes to the fridge, just saw something and goes, what the fuck, man?
Go for a choc wedge down there. Okay. We're going to steal his boots later too. Alright, that's cool. We'll leave the body there.
But then, yeah, what they see is like that scene in the ring. Where it's the first...
Oh, the girl in the closet?
The girl that gets done? Yeah, she's in the closet.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Let's have a look. What do we got here? Run the number on the victim's armor. Okay, that's something we could do. Cool. I didn't know we... There's all these quests we haven't done. Right, let's go run the thing first. Well, it's raining now.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Can you run a serial number from the boots?
Sure, officer. What's the number? And the make of the armor, if you know it.
E50.100.1000, 10-4, good buddy.
Got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully they'll have dug up something useful by then.
Okay.
The International Collaboration Police, ICP, is an inter-isolated
Insane Clown Posse?
enforcement service. The crown jewel in the moral intern diadem, alongside
Surprised they're into
IPS
Jesus.
and the coalition government.
Oh, we should also speak to Sylvie. We didn't do that either. She was the one that actually called the police in the first place.
Of course. What is the number, officer?
Kim, didn't you... Do you get the number?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Cool.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Start slapping a marching rhythm?
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you.
Yes.
Yes, hello?
Sylvie, I believe we've met before. This is me, the detective from the Whirling Rags.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
Nice.
There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
I don't know if I could trust you, electrochemistry.
Yeah, no, it's the fucking worst. I was gonna make a joke when I got back that like the electrochemistry within me was like, you need coffee right now. With the flames of energy and industry flowing through your veins. And damn the consequences of tomorrow. This is about the now.
Let's see. There's a lot of good questions in here. Have you seen my badge?
Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law.
Oh, little Sylvie.
This exact conversation has happened before. Establishing authority before this young girl seems to have been important to you in the past. Don't go there again.
My badge is missing. Have you seen it?
Oh, no. I haven't, sorry.
Okay, cool.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours?
Not my uniform. Oh, we got the jacket at least. I'm gonna let that slide.
Right. It's better to not ask too many questions, lest people start thinking you're a cop or something.
Have you seen my gun?
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun today.
I showed you my gun?
You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating and...
Sounds like it's going to be bad. Do you really want to know?
And what? What did I do?
You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
Jeez.
I remember this. You were screaming things like, "My brains are all over the wall," painting them red. I won't be seeing it, 'cause these are my brains. I can't see without my brains. Very nice visuals there.
Weird unit. Little Onion.
People tried to back away from you, or even slip out of the door. But you screamed, "I am the goddamned law, and you have to listen to me. You are all suspects in a murder investigation."
Not a no-no's respect for the police around here.
Okay, I don't know what to say.
Me neither.
But what happened to my gun?
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead.
Oh.
Saying things like, "Big bucks cannot lie," and "Guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns." It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I did not ask.
Okay, interesting. That's good to know. Do you know how my paperwork ended up in the bin?
Well, you tried to jam it down the toilet, clogging it completely. After I had unclogged the toilet and retrieved the paperwork, I threw it out in the trash, thinking you didn't need it.
Oh.
I am sorry about that. Anything else, Detective?
I actually saved it.
Do you know who put the victim's clothes in the trash?
No, I don't know. It wasn't me. I haven't been out there since. I was terrified of the stench and the corpse.
You quit your job at Whirling? Why?
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Wait, why are you uncomfortable?
Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone.
Get away from whom? We are a cop, so we should be asking these questions.
You know whom?
Yeah, I think she told
A
us.
sliver of accusation in her words. Don't be paranoid. She's obviously talking about someone else, not you.
Alright, I won't push you.
Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now.
Yes, we do. We have the piss cat emoji. Absolutely. Yes. For those that are here, if you remember, we raided Stranded when we were playing Hobbs Barrow. And she was playing it at the same time. She was further ahead than us, but yeah, piss cat. There it is. We also have the tissue from Broken Sword. And for those that don't know, she was recently playing Broken Sword 5 on her channel. Was it you that called the police?
No, not me.
Oh, shit. Who did it?
No, sorry. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires.
Copper thieves take the wires.
People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Okay.
Yeah, go on.
We're not going to ask her for a cup of coffee. That breach is that's gross.
I do hope so. Please,
Ooh.
don't call me again. Bye.
Oh. What do you think, Tongs? Oh, we better have one of these. Just in case. Yeah, the only thing is, Stranded, we don't have a Golden Girls point-and-click adventure yet. Got heaps of those emojis. What would this go?
The hard bit with that would be the sound alikes.
The which one?
If you made a Golden Girls point and click. I reckon it'll work as a subject matter, but getting good sound alikes would be hard.
There is a Golden Girls Persona game coming out soon, which is kind of cool.
Oh yeah. No, that wasn't a joke, was it?
No, it wasn't a joke. It's legit.
It looks like a prank fake trailer. The one news was sent around.
All right. Oh, Michael, hello. How you doing?
What about one of those like dating sims, but you're Blanche Dubois?
Oh, then you just fuck everybody, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I guess there wouldn't be much picking and choosing.
You know, I was dabbling with the point and click adventure maker. I forget the name of what it is. AGS, I think it's called. Maybe a Golden Girls one is the way to go. All right, we're gonna do this. This is gonna hurt. Come on, fingers crossed. Yes.
He's obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling in Rags when she was still working there.
Wait, before you go, you're mad at me, right? Tell me, what did I do? I can't remember anything.
I'm not mad. It's just you were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skewer thing happened. It just made me want to quit.
Oh, so she did quit because of me. The skewer thing?
The stuffed bird, the great skewer. You threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac. I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there.
Sounds like me, all right.
Bitch bird got what was coming. No, it doesn't sound like me. I love birds.
Yes, well.
I think the bottom one was slightly better, where it's like not denying that you do it, but being apologetic.
You're telling me I was the one that made you quit?
Yes, obviously. lion I've ever seen. And I have seen so many assholes in this place.
So that means she thinks we're an asshole. Okay.
Mm.
That's a shame.
I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months.
But you.
Go on, I want to know what I did.
Well, you were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more,
Oh, one of those situations.
Oh, this could be the song for karaoke. Hold on, which song?
We Go On by the O.O. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody.
Sorry about the song.
To hell with that song.
Oh, is that like us with Nutbush?
Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see how bad it can get in there. I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant, and I don't want to know.
Wow.
And
It's
then
like,
you threw in something
Fear and
about
Loathing.
how you're actually a real cool guy, and no one understands it. One of the coolest guys there is. The coolest guy in Jamrock. Something about disco, too.
Sounds intense.
And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen.
Surely it's a misunderstanding, right? We couldn't have been this bad.
I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself.
Okay, I get it. I wasn't a very good tenant.
No, you really weren't.
Surely you can't be
You were
serious.
simply the worst.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Now, the turn of is one's camping, the next campsite over, there's a bunch of people drinking, and they played The Ring of Fire over and over, which once or twice isn't bad, but when it's played over and over, it's like, Jesus Christ. And they're singing with it, so I guess that's part of it. Another one is a random hotel. I remember there's one of a cabin, so you could sort of hear more. And there was some people having a party in one of the rooms, and they played Elvis song over. I forget which one it was. But I just remember them playing the same Elvis song over and over and over again.
Does this work? 1 second.
A bad case of the Pewees coming right up.
There you go.
But yeah, heard this whole conversation reminds me of the episode of Black Books where the main character's he's a little bit hungover in the morning, but he's going out for like aspirin and hair of the dog and a few things, and he meets the people who are at the party, the host of the party. It was just a normal house party, and they blank him, which is just giving them the cold shoulder as they went past. And he's like, oh, how dare they? I don't know what. And someone's going, what did you do? And he's like, it was no worse than usual. And then when he confronts them, they go with the, like, they're going over all the things he did. And each time it shows it. So very much similar to this, where it's the person's going, you did this. And the way it then expands upon that is very similar to that, where it then shows you him doing everything they said. And it's just a depraved mess during the whole, just a normal house party.
I'm truly sorry for everything, Sylvie.
God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened.
What else did I sing beside OO? I'm looking for a song.
Oh, all sorts of things. From disco, rock too. So much disco and rock.
Maybe you can help me identify this one particular song.
Which one would that be?
One that is really sad.
Sad? I think the one you mean is the smallest church in Saint-Saëns. Richard, that writer.
Interesting. You still have to find it, however.
Okay, we have to find it. Damn, because that's something we definitely should do.
You hear a sigh of relief.
It's like, did you just sing it, but you butchered it?
Wordless, the call breaks. Then, the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
Have you heard anything about ICP?
No. And I doubt they'll get back to me before tomorrow morning. Anything else?
No, that's it.
57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out tool.
We'll close the door. Let's look at our quest log again. There's so many things we didn't even consider doing. Okay. Ask him about the case. We can do that right now.
Yes?
Tell me about the case.
What do you want to know?
We're from different precincts. Why are we on the same case?
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
What do you mean?
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
You know what I'm in on? Retrograde amnesia.
Better still than an imbecile.
What do you mean?
It's a bloody cop-off!
It's just stupidity.
Kind of stupidity.
The cop kind. Our precincts can decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the Industrial Harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. So we've let the Union make a mockery of law enforcement here. And now it's come to its natural conclusion.
Ah, so this struggle over who runs Martini.
Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words. I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But I assure you, I am not their finest or toughest, with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition.
I think it's weird, my camera keeps freezing. I might turn my camera off. There we go. 1 second. Baltimore and Steve, on a scale from 1 to 10, how cool is Kim and how would you describe his coolness? Well, Kim doesn't like us too much, Michael. He doesn't like us much at all. He thinks we are incompetent. Maybe we are.
Yeah,
So
I think it's pretty cool, like his observations on the pissing contest, but there was a stretch where some of his decision-making was disappointing me, but which I forget what those were, but yeah, he's pretty cool.
So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness, on the contrary. Wonder what this says about me. I was sent here by my station?
Did we?
Did we?
Did we shave?
No.
No, from chat. Yeah.
No, we didn't shave.
Yeah, I don't think we did.
They haven't even found a razor. There is one conclusion, and the finest we have.
A good joke.
Yes, a joke. In truth, I only moderately humiliate and outperform you. A joke, of course. Rest assured, I have no intention to compete with you.
It's good we set this thing aside.
Yes.
Was there anything else you wanted to ask about the competition? We should move. Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
Sylvie's suicide jokes. +1. That's interesting. Is that a morale?
I guess because it probably does penalize it if we lose it. I guess the idea being that there's more compunction to us that now that we know about her telling us about the suicide jokes. Like,
okay. I wonder if... See how it says Logic 3 and it has a blue stripe across it? I wonder if that determines whether we'll lose a morale or not if we lose.
From what I can gather, so formidable 13, which means we need a score of 13. So I think the idea is we got 3 points in logic, so that gives us 3 regardless of roll. An extra 1, so we've got 4, and that means we only have to roll a 10, and that's what the 28% is. That's the chance to roll a 10 or higher.
Okay.
I reckon that's how it's working.
Right. So, Then what is causing us to lose morale on some things and but not or not? Because we're losing morale pretty steadily. I think when we started, we have 5 sprays and we've lost.
I've been assuming they're scripted, like it's scripted whether a particular, because the punishments do seem to be basically just scripted on each challenge, like whether he loses the health or whether he loses morale.
I guess the question is,
But that doesn't tell you if you're going to lose it.
do we try?
Important.
Michael, I'm going to let you decide this one. Shall we try?
Yeah, I've never heard of snuff box either. Don't know what snuff smells like either.
Always click the options, alright.
Sometimes I've been intrigued.
Because you're the best qualified. No, that doesn't seem right.
Dumb brain, I'm good for nothing.
You look dumb.
Fucking hell.
Lieutenant waiting for too long.
It was a time for a bloody hard off, but yeah. Far out, that's brutal. We're going to have to use the spray because if we lose another one,
yeah,
we're out of sprays. Okay, let's check our book again. We did that. I think we're going to have to do more. I guess. Track down your badge. Is this even...
There's like an officer profile with, I guess, our decision-making stuff.
Over here?
On the far right.
Yeah.
Like it's superstar cop, sorry cop, boring cop, and then whether we're communist, fascist, ultra-liberal, or moralist.
Get hold of us.
We've killed 3 people, have we?
Yeah, it was written on our clipboard. Or our clibbard, as Tongs would say.
This is before the game
Yeah.
started. We've already killed 3 people. Our case is solved 2 with 16. Yep.
Alright, I think we should go speak to the dock worker boss again. Well, actually, what was the... We needed to open the thing with the card, right? Where was that?
Oh, we got some karaoke too.
Yeah. We got to find a sad song, though, for karaoke. Who put the clothes in the trash? Ask Kuno if he knows anything about the victim's clothes. Ask Gart. Let's go ask Gart. Kuno doesn't want to talk to us. Oh, the thing's open.
Yeah, no, it looks like a disco.
Yeah, it does.
Can I help you?
We've got the torch in his face again.
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
Found victim's clothes.
We had the key the whole time.
I certainly didn't put them there.
Yeah, we just borrowed it.
I guess it's only been a day. Feels like longer, but because it's 3 whole streams, but I guess it was just a day.
Who else has keys to the trash container?
The trash collection service? CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threats that solves itself down the road.
Okay.
On Clinton Street, near the Boogie Street Diamond, a small truck rattles down an alleyway. It stops by a rusted trash container. 2 men, their faces rough and swollen, jump out. They look at the container, despondently. CSM is written on their backs.
Thank you anyway.
Could someone on the staff put it there?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Okay. Thanks. Let's talk about something else. Seen something here at the Whirling Gut. A thing I need to talk about.
What thing?
Actually, no, that's just there. That's fine.
What?
By the way, You should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Okay. What's in here? Oh, hang on. Didn't see this last time. So I had to catch a glimpse of the Union paraphernalia.
Yeah, but usually also means like they weren't shitty beforehand, and then something. Usually it means something happened to get them to become shitty or get really angry.
As if you guys don't know crack the shits. I say crack the shits all the time. Oh, the game's disco lights are running slow in the preview screen. Dishes are drying. Ooh, money. Oh, never heard me say it? Oh, now that you know it, you'll hear me say it all the time. Blue car syndrome. Oh, what's in here?
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimpled lock. It's painted blue. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery.
Wonder where this door leads.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
My one, although it's not used anymore, is flat out like a lizard drinking.
Yep. Or Artie Fun's favorite is, I'm so hungry I could eat the ass out of a low-flying duck. All right, Michael, what are we doing? 1, 2, or 3, or 4? 1?
It is quite pretty. I suppose we could look into it as a side investigation.
Oh, he loves it. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yes, a mini side investigation.
Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
All right, we will. We'll try and push on the door first, though.
The door does not budge.
Let's touch it.
The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side.
I have never heard of the bunk bed one.
Yeah, neither have I.
It leads to a side building, adjacent to this one. The old building next to this, half ruined. Whatever is behind it must be older.
Oh, this could get us to the other area where we couldn't move the pallet. Let's go speak to Gart. Hopefully Gart likes us, especially when we shine the torch in his face. Oh man, Chop City. I can see the preview.
Can I help you?
I saw a thing.
Another thing. Great. I love.
One, I don't know if I could say. I don't know how much of it is an Australian populist thing because I just never heard it. But I just remembered it was on a list of general Australianisms, like all those sayings. And all of them I knew. It stood out just because it's the one I didn't know. Or never heard of before, but I thought it was really good, is smiling like a dead fox.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah, I had neither. But then that's just kind of so dark, but then explaining something that's so jovial. It's, yeah, very clever. But yeah, I don't know how it's at least not used much now. I don't even know if I've never heard of it, so I don't even know how much it's used in the past.
Mm-hmm. I'm quickly looking just in my NVIDIA settings to see if I can cap the frame rate. I think it's because the game is might be using a different frame rate than the stream, so it's freaking out.
Okay.
Disco, there we go. Select the program. Max frame rate.
That's Shandon.
Oh, good night. Until next time. I think we're not going to go very much longer. All right. That should be it. I'm going to top up my water bottle. Please hold. Yep. Oh, he wants me to hold for this conversation? Okay, sure. All right. Any guesses of what's behind the blue door before we've actually seen it?
This is the door off the kitchen, right? Freezer, I'd say.
Just a
Walk-in
freezer?
freezer.
Okay. I'm really worried about our morale. I think sleeping will reset these, but not actually. We won't get the
charges though.
Yeah, I can't believe we literally had 5 at the start of this thing. We've lost 6 pips just in this stream.
We kept rolling those bones, I think, every single time.
There's a mysterious blue door. We're going to click it.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
Do you know what's behind it? Do you have...
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a Frit warehouse, probably.
Okay, Frit.
Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think you'd like to know what's back there.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that.
Shit, we don't have the key. Do you think we could probably convince the door to open?
Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
Yep, day 1.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info.
Oh.
We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even men on strike.
We got gloves from her to be able to, and ammonia sticks.
You glance at the clock on the wall behind the manager. Huh.
Good question.
They're probably getting drunk or protesting something somewhere. Or laying low after the, lynching.
Why is that?
They probably fucking killed that guy or something, and that's why.
Ah.
I have a feeling we'll make their acquaintance sooner or later.
Yes?
About that money I owe.
Yes. Have you got it?
Can I pay with this novelty check?
You must be joking, right? You come here, trash everything, and now you try to pay with a novelty check?
Yeah.
This isn't a game show. I'm not going to accept it. You owe me cold, hard money. I want to see that money in the palm of my hand. Every single cent.
Damn you, Fat Everard. Your novelty check is useless.
Oh.
You can cash it in at the local frit near the harbor gate.
Oh.
Though it might not be enough to cover it.
How much do I owe again?
A lot. A lot. For the room,
130.
drinks, and broken window, 130 real.
Actually.
Like what?
Let's go. Read your ledger and name the case. Okay, we could do that. Whoops. Where is our ledger? Tools? Yeah.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held together by a clip, then made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Urinal.
They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs.
I like that you marked the X because it's behind Steve. You guys will never know unless you've been adding all the currency.
Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
I don't know, because I can see it without the overlay.
You can. Let's see who is closest. If everyone wants to take a guess at what the final scent is, obviously not you, Steve, because you can see it, but, you know. What's in there? What are they about?
Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
Is 2 cases a week good caseload, Lieutenant?
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes.
2 cases a week appears to be my load, Lieutenant. I'm not sure if I completed them, though.
That's a lot. This kind of caseload would explain your solved cases tally on the watermark. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me.
I burned out all right.
That's okay. We all do, sooner or later.
Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
There's mention of a naming convention here.
Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. A title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples.
Oh my, they're written in capital letters too.
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case. Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the Ukar Parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. You like this grimy murdering, don't you? No, you don't. You're a human measuring instrument, almost entirely intellectual.
This reminds me of like Gollum and Smeagol talking at each other.
It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
Count the pages. I have to open an official case. Is there room?
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish.
Commit to paper using the pen we got.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the kind green ape pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple. A language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Get the body down. Interview the cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place. A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
Lieutenant, have you by chance named our case?
No, actually. Any ideas?
The Hanged Man.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man.
Ooh.
Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now.
Does he trust us?
I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
Leveled up? Hell yeah. I'm done.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers.
Oh, we
They're
should.
a little further from your nose now.
We should.
It's proving to be harder than expected.
No
You
morale,
just
though.
don't have the
Come on.
intellectual rigor to patch the quilt back together. Try again later.
Okay, good. Well, we've got 1 point, but perception seems to be the really good one we were going for now because we want to find out more about that body. So I reckon, and perception in general would be pretty good to have. So I'm going to do it again. Oh, we can take another roll with the level. Oh, hang on. We can do it here. If it was one that's in the same area. Where is it? Here? Interact.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board.
Has to be locked.
With the permeables.
That's right. Cool. Well, I reckon what we might do is save it here. Because we're clicking into 2.5 hours, which has been the average for all of these streams, actually. Which is pretty good. Pretty good. So, I want to thank everyone for joining. It has been an absolute blast. Thank you very much, Steve. For co-piloting.
Thanks for having me. Thanks everyone for watching.
Let me see if there is anyone on and we can shoot you guys across. Let's have a look-see. You've got a lot left? Oh, I bet we do. Absolutely. It's 3 days, isn't it? Is that what we worked out?
I don't know, I guessed about that. Judging by how fast it's moving.
No worries at all. Let's see. What is... Is there anyone here? What can we look at? I'm going to try and raid Lemmy again. He's usually got it turned off, but we're going to do it anyway and see what happens. If it doesn't work, we'll just go into the ether. Lemmy does not have raids on it this time. Okay, no worries, that's fine. Anyway, we will catch you later, and until next time, have a fantastic weekend coming up. Toodles.
Thanks everyone.